Hello everyone. This is going to be my first entry into my trading journal. Um, I've been trading a little bit, I'd say. I've been trading since November of last year. I've not received a payout, still going after my first. I'm currently funded on 50k alpha. And yeah, it's been a pretty linear journey. Taken a couple steps forward, couple steps back, but overall, I've started to build quite a strong system. Setting realistic goals, reaching them, and also just going with the motions. Um, Trading's hard, like it's really hard, and to think you can just get on the charts and make money, you're so wrong. There's so many factors that come into trading that I just am yet to overcome. With me personally, I think my biggest issue as of right now is just, I think it would be doubt in terms of I second guess myself. My strategy comes with a lot of levels lining up, and to trust a couple lines on your screen to make money or to be good at trading, like it doesn't, like sometimes it's hard to overcome, but recently I've been getting pretty good at just trusting in it because I know it works. I've seen it work. I've gotten funded by doing it. Like, you know what I mean? It works. You have to go for it. And yeah, so when I got into trading, it was just kind of like I've always known about trading. I've always wanted to be a part of it. Sorry, I haven't always wanted to be a part of it. What am I saying? I've always wanted to make money online, but trading was just always that thing that I saw as the scammy kind of thing, or like it can't be. It's too like impossible to beat the banks, and I knew how it worked. I I don't know. I always thought it was too unrealistic, but once you realize what actually goes into it and you treat it like the way it's meant to be treated, you'll be able to get in and get out. Like that's kind of how you should be trading, and how I've been approaching it is rather than chasing huge moves, you're going for just quick and easy wins and you get out. That's it. Like if you can make $1,000 a day or even $500 a day, like it adds up quick. And if you can stay consistent and stick to your rules, you you start to see things and it starts to really pay off. So where I'm at now with my journey is just such, it's so early, like it's the beginning, but I wanted to do videos just because I think it's more beneficial to talk about it rather than to just write it down, because I tried Notion for ages and like it's just so tedious and you're looking at a screen doing your charting and it's like it does, I don't know, you're looking at the screens too much. So I got a physical notebook to keep record of all my trades I take, and I just have a few entry criteria. So I've got my session, my time, win loss, pair, like what thing I'm trading, account, and my contracts. And then I add notes and emotions, and then sometimes I add like a little uh, extra note, like a lesson I learned, something like that. But I think that's much more beneficial for me personally to do that rather than on Notion, where it's because you don't like, I don't look back over it. I did it for a while and it looks good, like it looks cool with all the colors and crap, but yeah, I don't know. I never looked over it. Like I just see all the stats and that was it. But yeah, so I pretty much just forward test, I'd say. I did a bunch of back testing just trying to figure out the model, but I think that's like as far as you can get. And yeah, you don't feel those real emotions like you do when you trade live. Like once it's your money, you really hesitate and you really feel like the pressures of trading. And I think, yeah, being able to like go over them, over my trades, and just show like what I was thinking during those entries, like how do I feel about losses, how do I feel about wins, what am I planning? I think talking about it's going to be much more beneficial for me. But yeah, I'm very serious about this. Like, I don't know, I can't like I don't know. I'm pretty ambitious, but there's nothing wrong for shooting for the stars, you know. So anyway, my whole model, yeah, it comes down to levels. So I have fibs, and I've just got a couple indicators that I go over. So this one and this one are my main two. So there's a bit of stuff that goes behind them, but to cut it short, I just aim for the stacked levels. So I marked out this one. I didn't take this because this was in New York and I was asleep because I trade Asia and London. So I wouldn't have got this, but this is a good demonstration of what could have been. So this is pretty much every level you want stacked. So you got your green on, so 705 and 79, you're like much more higher probability for your reversal trades, and also got the 1.66 or the 1.33 level here, a pivot level, and an EM level, which is a free indicator. And they all just line up, and that was where I would have got in, and I would have set my limit. I usually like to do around the EM if that's present, because there I find it pretty consistent. Or I'll go for the highest level. I'll move it like a tiny bit up, and I'll just go for like, I don't know, a couple points, 3 points, or 2 points. Yeah, 3 points, something like that. Just so it's like enough breathing room. And like obviously, if it's a bigger stop, I'll size smaller, so I'm not doing some big like $500 stop. But anyway, that's basically it. And I did get stuffed over last week. So I got funded recently, actually. Got funded on the 9th of January. Um, yeah, coming into last week, I felt pretty confident. I was trading the exact same as all these days. Went really good during this week. I think I had 4 or 3 green days, and the red days were just, they were like this, like very minimal. And yeah, it was very good. Got funded on Friday, and yeah, I was feeling pretty good. And then yeah, so it comes this week with the worst PA I've seen personally. I'm not even being sarcastic. I traded in December and November, and the PA was much better, but I had no idea what I was doing, so I didn't make anything. But now we come January, and the PA has just been pretty crap, pretty average PA. So that was what I dealt with. So yeah, I'm not going to go over my trades in too much detail for last week just because they were pretty bad. But I know, like I can show, for example, it was on Wednesday 14th. Yeah, oops, let me get rid of this. So yeah, Wednesday 14th was the Asia session before CPI, and I was trying to just catch so much. Like this is what I was dealing with. So this was open right here. So this was the range of Asia. What am I doing? So this was the Asia range. Pretty much up to like here. And that was just poo. And I try to keep trading time window is pretty small. Usually go for like 90 minutes to 2 hours. Where did that just go? Yeah, I try to go for 2 hours. Sometimes a bit longer. It depends on how price is moving because this is what I was trying to catch. So there was just nothing here. like what is that? And you could argue and say like, oh yeah, you can get reversals in that, whatever. But like I don't know. This was just like I like to see bigger moves before you try to catch anything. I think I was trying to get a short. Like I was really bearish just because of how like high we went up. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't thinking. But it's easier said than done. Like especially once it plays out, you're like, oh yeah, I was going there. But yeah, during this, I was just getting not so, not so good trades or opportunities. And then on Thursday, so the day after CPI, so that's CPI through there. This was Asia. Nothing too good, I don't think. I can't even remember. Oh, I can't log in now. But I didn't do too good around this session. I think I just wasn't thinking properly. Like having such a bad day after Wednesday, I was going into Thursday just not level-headed. I'd say I was just trying to catch things that weren't there, and nothing was lining up, and I don't know. It was just not ideal for me personally. But yeah, like there was just not much, and I think the levels were off in terms of like the indicators and stuff, and it was just annoying. Also, these lines here, this is just a standard deviation I've got marked out, but like that. So yeah, that was Wednesday, Thursday, Monday. I had a good one, didn't I? Yeah, Monday was good. I can't remember. That was on NQ though. I wouldn't even be able to tell you. I just Last week I was just so focused on getting green, I forgot about like risk management and my rules and stuff. So Monday, my God, Monday. What was it? So this was at 9:30 That would have been 1:30 at night. Oh, I've got CT. What's going on? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. I think I caught a part of this. Yep, didn't catch this. Right, yeah. Oh, was this long? Yeah. So, wow. So, okay, Thursday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Cool. So, I think I got something around. So let's market open. Where did I anchor from? I don't know. 9 pre-market though. 9:22. Did I get these longs? That's pretty good. I don't know. Is this even the right date? It's I don't know. I give up. But it was something good, and I got 800. So That's that. Maybe it was this. No. Then it was something around here. I have a feeling it wasn't. It was like around here though. This. Yeah. I don't know. Next video, it's going to be much more planned out, just because it's now 12:30 a.m. and I've tried to record this 3 times and I can't think anymore. So yeah, I didn't have too good of last week to summarize things. Going into next week, definitely focusing a lot more on London. I think I neglect London quite a bit, especially once that 4 hour opens on London on NQ. You get a bunch of volume. So let's look. So this would be. So you got Asia, London. So you got your Asia, and then London, and then New York. You can always see like some sort of like larger reaction during that 4th hour. Like it's kind of like London Open's not too exciting, I find. Obviously, any market open, you're going to get more volume. But once you get into that 4 hour, you get a bit more going on and a bit easier to catch moves. So be like around here. It's probably like the worst example I could have shown, but yeah, you can catch moves anywhere and you just got to be patient. That's the biggest thing. Obviously, in New York, you get your volatility and your bigger ups and downs. Asia's was really good in December, I found, but London was extremely bad in December for me. So that's why I've just been neglecting it a bit more. New York, I traded a bit, but yeah, time difference, it's not ideal. But yeah, so definitely going to the future, going to be trading a lot more Asia, going to be trading a lot more London, and just being patient overall, not trying to catch a move that's not there. Because if I have something that's a part of my plan, if it's my edge, then that's my edge. Like you gotta just play it. You can't just FOMO into everything that reacts near something. Like it has to be within your criteria. That's what I need to work on. And also, just realizing like a red day is just one day delayed. Like that's it. Like, would you rather get a payout one day later, or would you rather blow your whole account and have to start again? Or set yourself back 2K and go into like 1,000 in drawdown. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was basically it for my week.